Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is nearly midnight, the day before my big girls start school, and here I am filming a pantry clean out challenge. This challenge is going to be a back to school pantry clean out challenge. I shop a lot, especially since I've always been a big shopper when it comes to food and stuff. We are a family of 6. I do have a 10, they're almost the next age, but 10, 6, 3, and 8-month-old. All girls, if you're new here. I know. Like I was saying, I've always been a big shopper, but since the pandemic has hit this last March, I definitely have shopped more. We have been home pretty much since then. We really haven't gone many places. We eat at home, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, every single day. We eat out very, very rarely nowadays. Once every couple of weeks really is about it. And so we have more food on hand than we would normally have. Of course, when the girls are out for summer, I always do a little stock up haul. This summer was a little bit excessive, and now we're headed back to school, and again, when I would normally buy the fun snacks and stuff for their lunch, they're not going to school. We're distance learning for mandatory distance learning through, mind you, they start tomorrow, so back to school for us is August 12th for my 2 oldest. My 3rd daughter doesn't start for 2 more weeks, but they start back tomorrow, and they are, like I said, mandatory distance learning until Labor Day. So September 8th would be the first day, as long as the dates don't change, that they could go back to school physically. We plan on keeping them distance learning for the time being. That may change at some point later in the school year, but for right now, that's what we're planning on doing. So because of that, I have been continuing to stock up on food. I am not trying to cause concern or anything like that, not trying to have anyone panic, but we do worry about having a second wave of COVID in the winter, especially with flu being a huge thing, and that spreads really quickly and stuff. I wouldn't want to get back to a point where we were in March, April, and May, where there were so many things you couldn't get that were completely off the shelf. So at some point over the summer, we started to do a little bit of emergency food preparedness just in our garage area. I switched some stuff over to longer term food storage containers to be able to have it long term. None of it's pretty looking, none of it's super organized, but I thought I would share it with you guys, and I thought I would share what I plan on doing for this back to school food pantry challenge, I guess is what I'm going to call it. Back to school pantry challenge. We are going to live off of $30 to $50 a week. I'm leaning more towards 50 because I plan on including formula for my 8-month-old in there and any of her foods and stuff like that. So I'm thinking $50, but $30 to $50 per week is going to be my grocery budget for the next month to try and just rotate out some stuff that we have and make sure that none of it's going bad. I've been really, really good at not letting any of our food go bad. I use up everything. I really have not had to throw anything out the entire time we've been in quarantine. One time I had to throw out some strawberries that went back bad really fast. They were from Costco. But other than that, I've had 0 problems with food. We've been able to use up every single drop, and a lot of stuff that I have does have a long shelf life, whether it be 1, 2 years. Some of my frozen stuff is good, you know, several years, canned stuff, several years, stuff like that. But I also don't want to have all this in here and forget about any of it go bad or anything like that. So for the next month, we are going to live off of $50 per week as a budget for a family of 6 which is $200 for the next month versus my normal budget. I like to stay around $600, but truthfully, I've been spending about $800 on a couple of months, $900 on our food budget, which is a little crazy for us at least. Some of it may be coming from the extra cost of formula and stuff like that, because her formula cost me almost $200 per month. So that could be the difference there. When she's going to drink whole milk, it'll be a lot easier, and more whole foods and stuff. It'll be cheaper than formula that she's drinking right now. So I only have a few more months of that, but I really would like to kind of, like I said, rotate what we have and make sure we're using it all. So pantry challenge coming at you for the next month. I hope you guys enjoy. This is going to be the starting video of it. I'm gonna show you what I have on my couponing shelf as far as food, what I have in my big black freezer, which is a deep freezer, what I have in this fridge, which is just a drink fridge, and some extra stuff up there, what I have in my pantry, and what I have in my inside fridge. So again, family of 6, normal budget is about $600. We've been spending $800 to $900, and I'm going to cut it down to $50 per week for essentials. So let's jump right in. Even though that was a really long intro, let's still jump right in. Okay, over here we have the, like I said, longer term food storage. I had bought some of this stuff at Sam's Club, and I didn't realize putting it in boxes out here would essentially bring critters. I didn't think about that. So I got these containers from Sam's Club. Actually, 2 of them are from Amazon. I have them linked in my Amazon shop, but they are cheaper at Sam's Club if you can get them. They are 6-liter, 6-quart long-term food storage containers. They're just plastic containers. They work really well. So I have 6 pounds of penne pasta, 6 pounds of elbow macaroni. That is, I think, 10 pounds of white rice and a 12-pound bag of pinto beans. And this was a 5-pound bag of instant mashed potatoes. It didn't fit all in one, so I put it in 2. I have, my aunt gave me that. It is instant dry milk. I have some fruit cups. This is stuff that I just bought extra because it was on sale or whatever. I'm actually gonna bring this stuff in because we just ran out of fruit cups. And then some applesauce packets. Again, this is also stuff that is extra. Not all of it's emergency food storage. Some of it's just extra stuff that doesn't fit in my pantry because we have a lot. 2 more things of syrup. This is the girl syrup, a gravy. I have some puffs for Everly, again, that we bought in bulk. I have my extra mac and cheese out here. 2 things of like the long packs of Top Ramen. Again, that just sits out here because I don't have room. I have some pork rinds for my hinebini. And then down here is where I've been keeping a lot of extra canned goods, stuff that I wouldn't necessarily normally buy, but I bought them as, again, like that emergency preparedness. So I bought 3 cases of canned goods. So I have corn, a whole case of corn, half of a case of peas, and half of carrots in the back. And then I had a whole case of green beans, but Andres got into it. He didn't realize this was emergency storage. He just thought we were gonna use it. I have some yeast. I'm actually gonna put this in the freezer because I saw that this holds up really nicely in the freezer. I have some peanuts. That's a good protein to have if you're in a pinch. Some extra spices, but again, these are spices that we needed, and I'm just storing them out here because I have a very little bit in the ones inside. Some chicken breasts, because again, if anything, these are easy to open and a great source of protein. I have a big thing of tomato sauce. That would be good. Like if we couldn't, sauce was a big thing you couldn't find when the pandemic hit. So the tomato sauce is a great base to make your own tomato soup, whatever. I do have 1 ragu. And again, this is stuff that we use. Some of this stuff, it's just sitting out here because I don't have room for it. A couple of big number 10 cans. I have the crushed tomatoes and a pineapple. I have some diced tomatoes back there, a bunch of salsas for salsa chicken and extra ketchups, barbecue, some more sauce. I have some beans. I think that's the next thing that I want to try and stock up on is like fried beans and garbanzo beans and stuff like that. So I do have some, but not a ton. Some lemon juice, barbecue sauce, sauces, stuff like that. We do have drinks, Gatorades, some proteins. I have baby water also. I'm sitting on it because that's a big thing we weren't really able to find. And then I bought this at Sam's because it was on sale. The girls like to have these just with their lunches and stuff. And then up here we have paper towels and some toilet paper. And I had bought one of these at at Costco. And my mom ended up giving me a couple packs of the Scott. And then we had paper plates and stuff like that. That's not really like emergency stuff. It's just where I keep extra storage And then we have cleaning supplies and laundry supplies and stuff like that over there. In this white freezer, there's not really a whole lot. Some baking stuff. I have some of the Jimmy Dean sandwiches, some packs of chicken, and some like Go-Gurts, and then what are those called? Uncrustables. So just like quick, ready to go stuff. And then down here we have important things, you know, like White Claw. I have some Premier Protein, some protein drinks, Gatorades, and then really it's just like a whole bunch of alcohol. So nothing crazy. We normally use the 5-gallon here at the house, but we do have a couple cases of regular water in case we needed it, or bottled water, I should say. And then I get a lot of questions every time I show this. This is a Kenmore Elite. I think it's a 21 cubic foot, I think, deep freezer, but it's pretty full right now. I do have to say, it's pretty full. This actually, I like to keep my baking stuff in the other freezer, so I should put that over there. But I have a couple hot dog buns, a hamburger bun, some extra wraps under there, a couple things of bread. Every time I go to the store, I just pick up another loaf because bread was really hard to find, and it holds up really nice in the freezer, so I always have one for the girls and one for myself. That is actually just a big plastic bucket of water that is now frozen. If we were to lose electricity, having that extra ice block in here would at least help keep some things cold for a little while until we could get a generator or whatever connected. These are Andres's, but now that he's doing keto, he probably won't eat them. They're beef and bean chimichangas. They're actually really good, but they are high in points. For one, which is not very big, it's 11 points. Here is some of the vacuum sealed meat that we have. So we just vacuum pack. We buy the big packs from Sam's Club is what we did this last time, and then vacuum packed it. Like this is pork tips, and we have sirloin steaks in here, beef cube, we have chicken. I have some frozen onions in there, so we're good on meat. I haven't had to buy meat, which is definitely going to make this challenge easier. However, I don't want to, in my $50, not buy meat at all, because then we'll dwindle all of this and then have to stock back up, and I don't really want to have to do that either. I have a big pack of green beans, a big pack of corn, some mixed veggies there, butternut squash. You know what, I didn't even realize I had that mixed veggie. I opened up this one. I have this mixed veggie, rice cauliflower back there. What is this? Edamame, more rice cauliflower, broccoli, shrimp, some dumplings, and then in here we have, I bought these a few grocery hauls ago. They are not very expensive at H-E-B to begin with, but they were on sale 2 for 25 cents, which is insane. It comes with 8 chicken franks, so I bought a bunch and I just keep them in the freezer. We have some sausage, some turkey bacon, chorizo, turkey sausage, I think that's, oh, and some ground turkey, and a breakfast ground turkey, another thing of shrimp, and some more sausage over there. So as you can see, we're pretty good on meat. These, this is what the chimichangas look like. Not very big for 11 points. And then, oh, Bomb Pops. The girls are gonna love those. Bean and cheese burritos. They actually have had these for lunch before and they like them. They do fill them up. I feel like for an adult, it's not a lot for one meal, but it's a lot of calories. So just be aware of that. Chicken nuggets, we are almost out, so I'm gonna have to make that decision whether I want to buy them or not one week. We have some corn dogs. We like to do the pinto beans in a large batch in the Instant Pot and then freeze them. That's what that is. I always buy the large pack of lunch meat and then freeze one of them. So that's what that is. Here's my chicken. So we have some leg quarters, seasoned already, something for Andres, I'm not sure. And then the blackened chicken strips. We have a couple more packs of like pork. What is this one? Pork loin that Andres vacuum sealed. I have some chicken breast here. I think these are short ribs. And then in here, more meat. Look at that. We just totally stocked up on this large pack, these large packs of meat from Sam's. Actually, they were way cheaper. This is 3.5 pounds of chicken. We did like 2.5 to 3 pounds of chicken per pack, and then that way we can just thaw it out and it's one meal. So we have chicken here, and then, oops, we bought, let's see, that's stew meat. This is ground turkey. The ground turkey was a great price at Sam's Club. And then 2 things of the extra lean ground beef. My camera cut me off. I have some ground chicken. I also have some chicken legs, a few different ones in there. And then I think the bottom pack is chicken thighs. On this side, we have some salmon burgers, some hamburger buns. Whenever we don't use, like, I have a pack of hamburger buns or a pack of anything bread related, we don't use it. I always just toss it in the freezer because it holds it up. We have some butter, some bologna, more butter, some basil pesto, my last pack of spring rolls. I bought a big thing of spinach from Sam's several weeks ago, and I just divvied it up and froze it. This is great for, my freezer's beeping at me. This is great for smoothies. Some more of those chicken franks. And then a bunch of Built Bar boxes. I also have some no sugar added ice cream, some beef franks. So here's the deal with the Built Bars. I am no longer purchasing them, but these are the ones that I purchased in the sale that I'm keeping in here. Just if they did have mold or did have fuzz or whatever, I didn't have to throw away the whole pack, because I did pull out some from each of these packs that did not have anything wrong with them, and there was no reason to waste them. So I'm leaving them in here because my whole family eats them. I have peanut butter brownie, black cherry, coconut almond, and another peanut butter box in here. And then here I have 1 pack of waffles. That's all we have left. A whole bunch of turkey pepperoni. We do have some, I was gonna say, yeah, pancakes. I don't know what I was thinking. Some frozen pancakes that we could do that we just cooked up the last time we made pancakes. A bag of hash browns. This is my homemade chicken stock. I'm gonna make soup with that in the next couple of weeks. And then a little bit of tater tots. So lots going on in the freezer that I hope to get through some of it. Hope you're happy. Let's go inside. Okay, here's the pantry. So a lot of what's going on in the pantry is bulky organizational things. And to be honest, we probably could make a lot more room for stuff in the pantry if I didn't have as many bulky organizational things, but I like the way that it looks, and it keeps everything fresh and rotated and all that good stuff. So up here we have cereal. So as you can see, we have tons of cereal, pancake mix, and I actually have a pancake mix behind it. Oats, so I will need that at some point because we go through that pretty quickly. Almond flour and regular flour. The regular flour I have no more, so I wanted to make some bread just for kicks. So I may have to pick up flour at some point in this month, but I don't use it that frequently. Some candies and things here, peanut butter crackers for the girls, some of the Fiber One little cakes. I really enjoyed these as a snack, and then some Orville Redenbacher Smart Pop popcorn. I have brown rice, and then you can see like this, I have this smaller container of white rice, so when I'm out, I'll just fill up from my container out in the garage. Dried fruit, this is, I think, Splenda. Self-raising flour, and then you can kind of see I have what's left over in the bag behind there. This is steel cut oats, brown sugar, and then behind the brown sugar I have powdered sugar, and then I have regular sugar with whatever's left behind it. Actual popcorn kernels. My aunt gave me this whole egg powder. I've used it a couple of times. I want to incorporate this. This would have been something great to leave on the shelf outside. I don't even know what the expiration date is, to be honest. I don't even see one. But I would assume because it's powdered, it lasts forever. It honestly tastes like eggs. It's very, very strange. It's very weird that I don't see an expiration date on it. But so because it's open, I've been trying to incorporate it in our egg meals. And then I have Maseca, cornmeal, and cocoa powder. These things are new additions to the pantry. I got a larger Lazy Susan for my fridge, so I used this one in here. And you can see why I don't have all of my extra condiments in here, because it has a few of my extra condiments, like a couple jar sauces, another picante. I had a ketchup on here. you know, just stuff like that. And then same thing over here. Without this, I can actually hold more cans, but it's so pretty. So I have some enchilada sauces, a couple of canned beans, some cream of chicken, some more beans, a couple of chicken breast, beans, a cream style corn, and then some tomatoes. And to be honest, I don't even know what I have in the back there. Oh, a cream of mushroom. So just something to keep it looking a little bit more organized. There's Lola. And then down here, all of these are OXO containers, by the way. I've accumulated my fair share from mostly Costco. Some of the bigger ones I've purchased from like Ross, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, that type of stuff, but mostly in the boxes from Costco. So over here, again, I have those like Built Boost stuff. This is just my freezer and Reynolds wrap, stuff like that. I have some, what are those things called? Veggie fries, some pita chips almost gone, Wassa crackers, Ritz crackers. See, I have a pack of nuts outside, and then I have these in here. I have, this is a combination of Goldfish and Cheez-Its, some chocolate animal crackers. This is granola, and then some pretzels. That's actually pretzel thins. These are the peanut butter filled pretzels. So you see I have lots of snacky stuff. I really don't need anything. And then I actually have individual containers down here. Fruit snacks, some protein, Nature Valley protein bars, but then I also have the fruit filled bars underneath. I have more fruit filled bars, soft and chewy. Then this is the oatmeal packet area. So I buy this in bulk from Costco or Sam's. And then what I have the girls do is they get one packet of whatever flavor they want, and they mix it with regular oats, just old-fashioned oats. And that way it gives them some flavor, a little bit of sugar, you know, some sweetness to it or whatever, but they're still getting the wholeness of actual oatmeal. Because if I let them just have these, my big ones can eat like 3 packs at a time, which is ridiculous. So we have that. I ended up keeping the spaghetti in here because it doesn't fit in the long-term storage containers, and then I just have some lasagna. Down here I have overflow of some of the bags of chips that don't fit up top, like Andres' chicharrones. I have baked individual chips, rice cakes, some Ritz Crisp and Thins, pop chips, veggie straws, Quest chips, whole bunch of goodies. I have some individual mashed potatoes, some just saltine crackers, tostadas, 1 extra can of formula, and then up here I have coffee, PB Fit, which I just opened a new container of, some marinades, jellos, tuna, nuts, dry beans, crunchy and creamy peanut butter, some pasta, breadcrumbs, and then my oils, coconut, extra virgin olive oil, some spray, hot sauces, and then more pastas down here. So again, pretty full. My fridge is where I'm most worried, to be honest, because it doesn't look half bad right now, but we go through fresh stuff so easily in this house. It's crazy. So there's just a little overview. Up here we have jams and salsas. So I have blueberry, grape, strawberry, and then a whole bunch of salsas. Here we have dressings, syrup, condiments. Over here we have more condiments for coffee, butter, the wine in the back, you know, important, applesauce. We have cheeses, we have Sunday stuff, whipped cream cheese, and then here is more cheeses, butter, what's up there, turkey pepperoni, lard, stuff like that. Here is the larger Lazy Susan that I put. This is a 15-inch. I like it a lot better. It fits a lot more stuff. So you can see we have some, these are all like mostly empty though. Some yogurts. I have a part of a cottage cheese, a little bit of sauce, like all this stuff is just so half empty. My bouillon bases, I have ricotta, faye, Greek yogurt, sour cream, and then I have another, again, very empty vanilla. This is large pepperoni from Sam's, a big bag of coleslaw. We have lots of sandwich stuff, which works out nicely because I bought a large thing of Kraft, just like not great for you cheese. We have ham, bologna, and some turkey back there. Here's where I usually keep my yogurt. So I don't have a lot. I only have 3 yogurts, and I've been having the girls have them recently. So we'll need yogurt at some point, that they've been eating that as well. Some Laughing Cow. We do have eggs. Eggs, again, we go through fast. This is like turkey bacon, regular bacon, sausage, breakfast stuff. And then down here we have some guac, some cheese and Andres was doing keto, so some of the stuff is for him. What this is doing in here, I'm not sure. A Premier protein, a juice that can go outside. There's that extra cheese, jalapenos, some hummus. But then here's where we struggle. I have a couple sad looking zucchinis, lettuce, carrots, celery, a few celery, and some broccoli. That'll be gone before you know it. I have some mushrooms, avocado, some kale, a couple more carrots, and some tomatoes. So the fresh stuff is where we'll have to work with. I have some bagels, coffee, and then 2 milks. I did have to pick up milk recently, so we should be good for a little while. And then here we go with the bars. Again, we all eat them, and like I said, I purchased a lot when they had them so cheap. So they're here, they're expensive. I'm not gonna let them go to waste. So I just restocked this actually from the freezer, and then I have more boxes back there. So we have some mango. This is kind of gross, it needs to be cleaned out, but not a lot of fruit going on. This is all I have. That juice actually needs to go out in the other fridge. I have a sad looking peach, sad looking plum, 3 apples, 4 oranges, and a mango. So Lola, why? Why, Lotita? Thank you. More Built Bars. I know, it's crazy. 2 packs of pudding, 1 fruit cup, and then some string cheese for the girls. And then over here is a freezer. So this is not a freezer, this is a fridge. I use it as the snack fridge for the girls mostly, and for the Built Bar home freezer. So I have some Eggo waffles. This is all ice packs. And then here is just ice. I have a couple of Bomb Pops chicken pot pies back there. A couple of pancakes. Thing of ice cream. This is frozen fruit that we use for smoothies. So I have some strawberries and Cool Whip. And then down here I have frozen vegetables. So I have a little bit of corn, a little bit of green beans, zucchini, spinach, and baby potatoes. So that was a lot, I know. Oh, and then over here I forgot to show, I have a spaghetti squash, some bananas that are already starting to go bad, a sweet potato, some onion, and some potatoes. Like I said, I know that was a lot. We have a lot. We do, which is exactly why I want to, I look so great right now. It's exactly why I want to do this pantry challenge. I don't really feel, sometimes we buy too much and I feel overwhelmed and I'm like, we don't have enough storage for all this or whatever. I've actually made storage for it all, so I don't feel overwhelmed. It's just more about not wanting anything to go bad. Lately, I've been obsessed with watching emergency food storage pantries and garages and all kinds of stuff for people that have similar size families to me and larger families than me, and they have so much extra that I feel like it would be very, very overwhelming to try and figure out how you're going to use all of it. And I don't really want to get to that place. I like the idea of having the extra pasta, the extra, you know, just really like if we have to go through this again, just not having to worry about not being able to find it on the shelf is really what it boils down to. But in reality, I'm not trying to have food for the next 5 years, 10, really like even more than the next couple of months. I like to have about a month of food on hand and not a whole lot more. And I probably have closer to 2 to 3 months on hand trying to make it work with what we have. And this is really not a huge need. So here we go. That was a really long video, I know, but at least you guys know what I'm working with and everything that we are going into this challenge with, what you can expect in future videos. And I've done these in the past, so you may have an idea. I plan on showing meals that we're making out of the food that we have, and then also so it'll be like a week-long mini vlog of stuff that we're eating. and then the grocery haul for the week in there. If I happen to not need anything that week, then I just won't go. But I think for sure, you see we're very, very low on fruit. And truly it's not a lot of fruit to even last us more than the next day or two. But we have other things that we could go through instead of the fresh fruit every single day. So I've been trying to use it sparingly and kind of go from there. So we'll see. $50 is going to be the budget once a week for the next 4 weeks. I will keep you guys informed of how it goes. I hope you're excited, ready to watch all this, and I hope you enjoy. Let me know in the comments down below what you are going to do to either stock up on food during this crazy time, or live with what you have, or try and, you know, go through what you have and not hoard like the rest of us. So I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.